Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Triple Gem, the Buddha, the Dhamma and Sangha. Homage at the feet of our Bharavanteji, and homage to the present, our abode, Guru Banteji, Kasha Banteji, and homage to the Sangha present here, and blessing and metta to all novice, sciolists, and lay upasakas and upasikas. So now it is time to discuss Dhamma. So today I will speak on a Dhammapada Gatha, Dhammapada stanza from Kodavagga. The Gatha number is 224. So first we will start recite the Gatha in Pali, then we will understand the meaning and the background story. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So please repeat after me. Saccang bhane na kujjeya dhajjang apasming piyachito ete hi thane hi gacchideva na santike. So the meaning of this gatha is like that: speak the truth, yield not to anger, and even sought give something, even if you have only little. By these three means one can reach the presence of the gods. The gods here means celestial beings, Deva. So here the Buddha said, if one speak truth, truthfulness, if one speak always truth, and if one not get angry, if you want control his angry, and if one give even a little, if somebody asks something, but by doing this three means one can reborn as a Deva in the celestial being. So here the Buddha is talking about the Deva, how one can reborn in the Deva world or celestial world, celestial existence. So before understand this Gatha, we have to understand the why we should born in the Deva, and why not in the human being, why not in the animal world or the lower hell, why the Buddha said here as a Deva. For that, in one of the sutta, the Buddha compare the happiness of human beings and with the Devan beings, and the suffering in the human beings and the hell. So in that sutta, the sutta called Bala Pandita Sutta in Majjhima Nikaya, the sutta number 129 sutta number. So in that sutta, the Buddha said, the sutta is about the Bala Pandita, the sutta of on the fools and the wise. Here the fools means, the Buddha said, those who commit evil, like killing living beings, telling lie, stealing other properties, engaging sexual misconduct, taking alcohol, and gossiping, backbiting, and like that. If one commit 10 kinds of unwholesome deed, that person is known as a foolish. There Buddha said, if one commit such kinds of evil, he will suffer in this existence as well as after passing away, after death, he will reborn in the hell. On the other hand, the Buddha said, the wise man, when a wise man develop the unwholesome actions such as saving animals, telling truth, giving and sharing the things to others, and living a holy life, abstaining from like intoxicating and backbiting, gossiping, like that. If one abstaining from evil actions, that person can be born in the divine world or in the human world. He will enjoy the happiness of human happiness and the divine happiness. And in that sutta, the Buddha said, the suffering in the hell is so much that we cannot compare, we cannot imagine that suffering. Then one of the monks in the audience requests the Buddha, Bhante, please explain or give example how suffering is the hell. Then the Buddha gives one example how suffering of the hell it can be. Then Buddha said, suppose a king police, like today we have a police. During the earlier times, there was some people who are work as a king police. Suppose a man commits some crime and then caught by the king and caught by the police and bring to the king. And it says, King, this man committed such and such crime. And then king said, okay, now you give him punishment with the pierce 100 of spear in his body. Strike 100 of spear in his body. So then that man put the spear, pierce the spear in his that person body in the morning, and then came back afternoon. King, I have given punishment to this person like this, but still he is alive. And then king ordered, okay, now you in the afternoon another 100 spear pierced in his body. And he did the same thing. And the evening time he reported, oh king, this person is still alive. And the king ordered another 100. So like that, king ordered his king policeman to give punishment for 300 spears to pierce in his that person who commit the crime. So then Buddha asked the monks, now you can imagine how the painful that person experienced with the 300 spears in his body. Then the monk said, Bhante, we cannot imagine the pain of that person. Even a small piece of wood, if it go in our hand or in any part of the body, it is very painful. To have 300 spear that pierced in the body of that person is very painful. So then the Buddha picked up one small stone and then said, okay, now tell me which one is bigger, the small stone in my hand and the Himalaya mountain. Then that monk said, Bhante, it is unworthy to compare this small stone with the great Himalaya. The great Himalaya is so big, it cannot be compared with this small stone. Then Buddha said, this small stone is similar to this person suffering. The person experienced suffering with the 300 spears. The suffering of that person is similar to this small stone. But the suffering in the hell is like a Himalaya mountain. It cannot be compared. It's so much so that it cannot compare with the suffering we experience in these human beings. And then after explaining this, then Buddha again explained how happiness of the divine beings enjoy the happiness. The Buddha said, okay, in human world, the most happiest person, the most who enjoy the most happy is the Chakravarti king, universal monarch, the king universal monarch. Because the universal monarch, the king has 7 kinds of treasures and 4 blessings. The treasures such as the vehicle, the wheel treasures, Chakka Ratana, and the treasures like elephant treasures, Hati Ratana, then Asa treasures, horse treasures, and Mani Ratana, the gems treasures, and Ithi Ratana, queen treasures, and the treasures of elder son. The Chakravarti king has a treasure of wheel. Here wheel is referred to a kind of a vehicle or a chariot. That chariot can go anywhere. It can fly like today's aeroplane. But what we have today's aeroplane or jet fighter need to be serviced or need oil and many things. It needs many things to take care of that. But the chariot that king has, it can, like, without any oil, without any service, it can fly and it can land anywhere according to king wish. And when the king fly with that chariot, wherever he go, suppose he fly to another kingdom, that kingdom king can understand, oh, this is the great king, and he hand over his kingdom to this Chakravarti king. So like that, king can go all over the world, and all other kings hand over their kingdom to this king. And this Chakravarti king, the universal monarch, advised them to practice 5 precepts, or please don't kill animals, don't steal anything from any other person or anything, don't commit sexual misconduct, don't tell lie, don't take alcohol things. So the king, Chakravarti king, wherever he go, he advised to practice these 5 precepts. Like that, the elephant and horse, the treasure of elephant and horse, those also can also fly. Suppose it is said suppose the king want to go all over the world, but he want to have a breakfast or lunch in his palace only. According to his wish, it can be possible for that king because of his merit. So that much happiness the king has. And he has most beautiful queen in this world. And he has the most householders. Here householder means they have lots of treasures. Whenever king want any kinds of treasures, that householders bring their treasures and hand over to the king. So such kinds of happiness king has, this universal monarch. And the king has 4 kinds of blessing. The blessing of beauty, blessing of longevity. The king live long life more than the other people. and beauty of uh, other blessing of people's love. Every people in this his kingdom, means all over the world, love these kings. So such a blessing, such a happiness can enjoy by this universal monarch. So then the Buddha said, okay, now tell me that uh, and the Buddha pick up one small stone again and asked, now tell me that which one is bigger, this small stone in my hand or the great Himalaya? Then the monk said, the Himalaya is more bigger. We cannot compare with this small stone. Then the Buddha said, okay, the happiness of divine being, the celestial being, is similar to the Himalaya mountain. The happiness of this Chakravarti king, the universal monarch, is like this small stone. So, happiness of divine being is so much that we cannot compare. It is said, like when we eat, we have to digest it. From our body, the waste things come out. But for divine beings, whatever they eat, of course, their foods are very subtle, but still, whatever they eat, everything digests. Nothing come out from their body. So the happiness of the divine being is so much that we cannot compare with our human happiness. So therefore, the Buddha here said, if one speak truth, or if one not get angry, if one give even a little, if somebody asks, one can reborn in the divine world. So this Gatha, the Buddha's preach based on one story. So that story is like that Venerable Mahamoggallana, who was one of the chief disciples of the Buddha. So Venerable Mahamoggallana, he used to visit hell and the divine world. In the morning, before going alms down, Venerable Mahamoggallana, he used to visit the hell, and he used to see who is the new and what kinds of karma, what kinds of action he performed. Because of that, he reborn in the hell. Like that, he used to survey and try to make understand that hell beings not to commit evil. And the evening time, the Venerable Mahamoggallana used to visit divine world. Every evening time, he used to visit the divine world, and he survey who is new in this divine world and what are the karma, by what kinds of karma he did. And then one day when he visit, he saw a very beautiful palace, the divine palace. And then Bhante went there and asked a deity and asked, how you born here, what you did, what kinds of karma you did, because of that you have this kinds of very luxurious, very shining palace. Then that deity said, Bhante, I am very shy to tell you that what kinds of karma I did. She said, I was very poor, and she used to work in the sugarcane field. And one day when she was working there, one monk was passing through that field, and she offered some piece of sugarcane. Only because of this small act, because of this small giving dana, she born as a divine world, in the divine world. So then, like that, whenever Mahamoggallana went to another deity and asked, why you born as a diva? So then that deity said, Bhante, I was a servant of a rich person, but that rich person was so aggressive. He always used to scold me, torture me, but I never get angry to honor to that master. So she controlled her anger for whole life. So because of that, by not being angry on his master, she born as a deva. And then Mahamoggallana Bhante went to another deity and asked, why you born here? And then that deva said, I was like also very poor, nothing to do any like wholesome like action, giving or anything. So she after listening the Dhamma from the Buddha, she practiced the truthfulness. For whole life, she never tell lie. So because of not telling lie, she born in the divine world. So here we can see the action are very small actions, like just telling truth for whole life, giving only small piece of the sugar cane, or not get angry with her boss. So, but the karma, when we say karma, because this happened because of karma only. When we say karma is based on chetana, the intention. Whether it is small action or big actions, when we are giving some, sharing things to others, or giving some donation to monks or any other, our intention is very important. When you are giving, when you are doing any actions, intention is very important. If our intention is wrong, intention is not good, then the karma is not that powerful. Suppose some people like give dana or donation for their namesake, or giving for something like want something back, or if I give this to others, the other person should like me, or other person should give something back to me. So these kinds of intention is not pure intention, because you are sharing, you are giving things to other with the greed, with the attachment, wanting something. So when we are giving something to others, when we are sharing anything to anybody, whether it is a monk or any your friends or relatives or anybody, animals or anything, our intention should be pure. Just to share your things to others, just give something that should benefit others. Sometimes people share things to others when it is not useful for yourself. Oh, this is not, I don't need these things. Okay, share others. Of course, there is punya in that, but intention is not good. That because you are giving, you are sharing, that is, you don't want. So, of course, it has a merit in sharing, but the sharing of that, the power of that sharing, the merit of that sharing is not that strong enough. So, intention of giving should be a very good intention. Similarly, with the controlling anger, not having angers. Suppose here, the lady who was servant under the one master, She cannot do any things toward the master, because if she speaks something against his master, maybe she will expel or she will lose his job. But here she control his anger, not because of losing his job, not because of fear of his master, her masters. Here she control her anger with the pure metta. So one should know what is the danger of getting angry. If someone has angry, one loses physical and mental peacefulness. If one get angry more and more, even that person get physical and mental sickness. And by angry, whenever you have angry, you do something, that kinds of action never be beneficial for yourself as well as others. So when we are controlling our anger, we should control our anger by knowing the disadvantage of the getting angry, and we should control with the metta to other person, the opposite person. And when we speak the truth, it should be with a good intention. Not only we speak truth in front of the person, but in the backside we tell lie. Not like that. We should speak truth with pure mind, by knowing the result of the speaking truth, knowing the result of speaking like telling lie. So if we do like that by good intention, by pure mind, even this kinds of small action can bring us a great happiness, not only in this life, and also we can get the happiness in the divine world. Because divine happiness is so high, and it is not for like very short time. The life of divine beings are very long. Like even at the lowest, the divine world, Chatu Maharajika, their lifespan is like their one day lifespan is compared with our 50 years. Suppose we live 50 years, for them it is just one day. So the divine happiness is so high. So if like when we do these kinds of good actions, one can born in the divine world. So why? Because when we born in the divine world, we can like develop more kusala, or we can chance to meet the future Buddhas. Of course, the past Buddhas already passed, so we cannot do anything. But now the future Buddhas like Kashyapa Buddha, Mattya Buddha, and there are many other Buddha will come in future life. So suppose if we born in divine world, we can meet them in the future, and we can listen Dhamma talk them. Because now we are as a human beings, we don't know where we will born. Suppose we born in the lower existence, like animal or hell, it is very difficult to come out from that existence. So therefore, whenever you do any kinds of good actions, do with good intentions, which is very important. Even it is very small action. So with this, I would like to conclude here with the. I hope everybody understand this Dhamma and try to practice even small. No, small is not. Don't think that is small practice. It's even a small practice is make us to reach near Nibbana. So with this I stop here. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.